There was an extraordinary human being, a Holocaust survivor, by the name of Jack Eizels, who worked in the printing room in the Yeshiva of Central Queens when I worked there as an assistant principal. We used to call him Mr. G. Jack was the first one in the building, last one out, printing pamphlets and booklets for the children. One day I was in the building late, and I passed by the printing room, and of course the light was on and the machines were running. And I went in there and I sat down, and we kibitzed a little bit, as we always would. But then I asked him a question. I said, Mr. G, can I ask you something? He said, yes. I said, what are you doing here? He said, what do you mean, what am I doing here? It's almost Pesach. I have to get the Haggadahs out for the children. I said, Mr. G, you understand my question. What are you doing here? After all that you went through, why are you here? Why aren't you retired? Why aren't you in Florida? He went quiet for a couple seconds, and he went towards the machines, and he shut all the machines down. And he leaned on the stool, and he told me the following. He said, I was 12 years old when the war broke out. I was born in Krakow, Poland. At first, we were placed in the ghetto, and then when the ghetto was liquidated, we were placed in the concentration camp. My father was a printer, so the Germans needed us, and I ended up working with my father in the printing store and for the commander of the concentration camp, who happened to have a passion for books. Mr. G said that every day when I would go to the printing shop, I would see less and less children in the streets, until one day I didn't see any more children in the streets. He said, when we were liberated, I actually thought that Hitler, Yamach Shemo, was successful in annihilating the future of the Jewish people, the children. Today I'm in a building with close to 1,000 students, and you're asking me, what am I doing here? Why I'm not in Florida? The greatest nechama, comfort that I have is that I have an opportunity to come into a building with almost 1,000 Jewish children, and instead of printing propaganda material for the Nazis, Yimach Shemam, I get to print Jewish materials. When I walk into the building every day, this is the greatest nechama, the greatest comfort that I have after all that I went through. I know that the Jewish people are here to stay. Am Yisrael Chai. We are going to be here until Hashem gathers us and returns us to our homeland, to Eretz Yisrael.